In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a size large men's shirt and turn it into a woman's crop top with a ruffled hem, using this as my inspiration. I thought this would be a great beginner project because all the seams are straight, but some of them, like the ruffle, are very long, so it does require some patience and some skill. So I just wanted to warn you in advance. To complete this project, you'll need a men's shirt and basic sewing supplies like a sewing machine, thread, scissors, sewing pins, a ruler or measuring tape, a fabric marker, and an iron. So let's get started. To create the ruffle, we're going to cut 2 strips of fabric 5 inches wide from the hem of the shirt. Make the first cut straight across the bottom, just above the hem. Mine has a tab on it, so I'm going to cut just above it. Make the second cut 5 inches from the first. Make another cut 5 inches above that, so you have 2 5-inch strips of fabric. Then cut off the button plackets. Place the 2 sections of the ruffle together with the right sides of the fabric facing each other. Line up the edge of the presser foot with the edge of the fabric and sew with a straight stitch. I'm using a 2.5 millimeter length, and I generally try to match the thread color to the shirt so the stitches are less visible. Backstitch at the beginning and end of the seam to fasten it. To prevent the fabric from fraying, use a medium height zigzag stitch. Center the foot between the seam and the edge of the fabric, and sew. Backstitch at the beginning and end of the seam to fasten it. Press the seam to one side with your fingers and pin it in place so it doesn't get twisted. Next, we're going to sew a small hem along the length and sides of the ruffle. Start by folding up and ironing the fabric close to the edge and continue along the length of the ruffle. Fold again, iron again, and pin into place. Sew the folded hem as close to the edge as possible by carefully lining up and guiding the fabric. Sewing long straight sections like this is a good way to practice sewing, so this project is a good skill builder. But be forewarned, we're not done with the long seams yet. To hem the side of the ruffle, fold the edge over twice, then iron, pin into place, and repeat on the other side. Sew as close to the fold as possible and backstitch at the beginning and end to secure the seams. To create gathers for the ruffles, use the largest stitch on the machine and sew close to the edge. The fabric should be just inside the presser foot. This is another very long seam. When you get to the end, turn the fabric 90 degrees, make 2 stitches by turning the wheel by hand, turn another 90 degrees, and sew a second line parallel to the first. You can gather the fabric using just 1 row of stitches, but using 2 gives you more control and helps make the gathers more even. This thread will be removed later, so using a contrasting color makes it easier to see, but it's not necessary. To create the gathers, pull on the bottom 2 threads until the length of the ruffles matches the length of the hem. Once the ruffle is the size you want, secure the gathers by wrapping the bottom threads around a pin. Distribute the gathers around the ruffle until they're evenly spaced throughout. Take your time with this step to make sure the ruffles aren't bunched in one area. When you have the ruffles the way you want them, pin them to the shirt with the right side of the ruffles facing the right side of the shirt. Sew the ruffle to the shirt by lining up the edge of the shirt and the ruffle with the side of the presser foot. Make sure the right sides of the fabric are facing each other. Backstitch at the beginning of the seam and sew all the way around the shirt from one button placket to the other. As you approach the end, stop to make sure the ruffle is the same length as the shirt. If not, adjust by increasing or decreasing the length of the ruffle by pulling on the threads. Backstitch to fasten the seam. Check the seam and the ruffle on the right side of the shirt, and if you're happy with it, remove the gathering threads. Trim the edges of the fabric to make it even. Then, use a zigzag stitch to finish the edges of the ruffle and the shirt to prevent them from fraying. Use a medium-sized zigzag stitch and sew all the way around the bottom of the shirt and the edge of the ruffle, staying close to the edge. It's okay if the stitch goes over the edge on one side, it will still prevent the fabric from fraying. I like to sew another row of stitches on the right side of the shirt near the seam to help the ruffle stay flat, but it isn't absolutely necessary. Next, we're going to sew the sleeves, which are a little more complicated. So if you want to keep it simple, you can leave the sleeves as is, or just cut them off and hem them. But if you want a gathered sleeve like this, then keep watching. Mark the sleeves 12 inches up from the cuff. Fold the shirt in half and line up the seams and cut both sleeves together. Cut off the cuffs and open the seams of the sleeves. Lay the sleeves on top of each other and cut out 2 sections, 12 by 5 inches, for the cuffs. Sew along the sides of the cuffs with the right sides of the fabric facing each other and backstitch at the beginning and end of the seam. Finger press the seam open and repeat on the other cuff. Remove the bed of your machine if you can, because it'll make it easier to sew the sleeves. To create gathers on the sleeves, use the largest stitch on the machine and sew close to the edge. And when you get to the end, turn the fabric 90 degrees, make 2 stitches, and sew a second row of stitches parallel to the first. Sewing the second row of stitches is a little tricky. You'll need to rotate the bulk of the shirt, so if you don't want to deal with it, you can use a single row instead. To create the gathers, pull on the bottom 2 threads until the sleeve size matches the size of the cuff. Once the sleeve is the size you want, secure the gathers by wrapping the bottom threads around a pin. Turn the cuff right side out and place it inside the sleeve so that the right side of the cuff is facing the wrong side of the sleeve. Distribute the gathers evenly, pin in place, and repeat with the other sleeve. Sew by lining up the edges of the cuff and the sleeve with the side of the presser foot. Sew all the way around the sleeve, back to the starting point, then go over the seam and backstitch to fasten it. Check the cuff to make sure you're happy with the gathers, then remove the gathering threads. Then repeat with the other sleeve. Now let's go back to the ironing board. Fold up the edge of the cuff a ½ inch or so on the wrong side of the fabric and iron into place all the way around. Fold the ironed edge over the seam, making sure to cover the stitches by at least 1/8 inch and pin into place. Then repeat with the other sleeve. Sew the cuff to the shirt from the right side by sewing as close to the fold as you can manage. This is the most difficult seam in this project, so take your time. Sew all the way around the cuff, and when you get back to the start, sew over the seam and then backstitch to fasten it. Repeat on the other sleeve, and you're done. So here's what the finished top looks like. Using men's shirts is a great way to develop your sewing skills. Cotton is an easy fabric to work with, and since the shirts are inexpensive, if it doesn't turn out perfectly, it isn't the end of the world. And you might end up with something you love wearing. So I hope this inspires you to try your own refashioning project. Thanks for watching, and happy upcycling!